Hello, everybody out there in podcast land. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Lone Wolf Paintball. Lone Wolf Paintball is an online supplier that has been around for a very long time. They've actually been Michigan's premier paintball field and supplier since 1987. Now expanding into the online retail store, they are really trying to do their best to supply everything you need to the paintball community. They have it all. You can head over to lonewolfpaintball.com. If you want Field 1, HK, GI, Dye, it doesn't matter. They got it. You can surf the website. You can check it out. They have what you need, guaranteed. And they also boast excellent customer service and same-day shipping. That's pretty badass. You could go to the website, order something, and it's going to be sent out that day. That's fantastic. That's amazing customer service. So again, guys, if you would like, you could head over to lonewolfpaintball.com. You could also check them out on YouTube and Instagram. Their Instagram is Lone Wolf PB, and their YouTube is Lone Wolf Paintball. And you can see and keep up to date with all their latest deals, their sales, their content. It's a lot of really fun stuff. Play the Game Podcast is excited to have them on board, and you guys should head over and become part of the community. All right. This episode is brought to you by Transfuse. Transfuse is the only all-natural electrolyte drink that you guys need to have in your cabinets. We love this stuff. We've been using this for an entire season now. This stuff is amazing. I feel great when I drink Transfuse. I drink it every single day. I don't go a day without putting a packet of Transfuse in my water. It's very easy, very portable, easy to travel with, and delicious to drink, which means that you're going to love drinking it and you're going to drink more of it, which is going to be incredibly beneficial to your health. Has magnesium, potassium, sodium, which are all amazing for proper hydration. It has zinc, vitamin C, vitamin B, and choline. These things are incredible cognitive enhancers and immune boosting formulas that you don't want to miss out on, especially in times like this. I'm telling you, I drink Transfuse every single day. I love it. Tyler does as well. Anybody who has tried it has been just pouring with great feedback back to us. There's a reason that they're at all the NXL events, and a lot of the top teams and top professionals are using this product. Do not walk around dehydrated. I never realized how dehydrated I was, even when I was drinking all sorts of water. It's not enough. You need the proper nutrition. You need the right ingredients. Transfuse has done a great job of curating the perfect formula. Transfuse is absolutely spectacular, and for all of our listeners, there is a special deal for any Play the Game listener. If you head over to translabs.com, that's TRANZLABS.com, and use code PLAYTHEGAME at checkout, you will get 10% off. If you subscribe, which means they auto ship you your package every single month, whatever you want, whatever type, whatever flavor, whatever electrolyte formula you desire, they will give you an additional 11% off. So it becomes a 21% discount exclusively for all Play the Game listeners. Huge, huge shout out. And we are incredibly thankful for our supporters. And if you guys would like to go support them, it's translabs.com. Use code Play the Game. We are brought to you by Heal Brand. Heal Brand is the best CBD company that we have ever come across. I've been taking CBD products for years now, and I absolutely love it. But Heal Brand has taken my CBD consumption level to the next tier. This stuff is really the luxurious, high-quality, best brand that you're going to come across. Their whole claim to fame is the nanotechnology. It's the real deal. The claim is that through their nanotechnology, the CBD can actually break through the cellular wall and get into the bloodstream much faster and more efficiently. So you need less to do more. Often CBD products, you'll need to take it for a couple weeks before you really start noticing all of the benefits. With this stuff, as soon as you take it, you notice it right away. Within 15, 20 minutes, you're feeling the benefits of CBD. CBD is great for inflammation, anxiety, sleeping, all sorts of different stuff. CBD is really exploding on the scene because it has such a wide variety of benefits. I personally love to use CBD before I go to bed so I can get a full, well-rested night of sleep. Sleep is so crucial. It's so important. If you want to recover well, if you want to fight off depression and anxiety and those unwanted emotions, proper sleep is where you need to start. CBD products really help me do that, and Heal Brand CBD has a wide variety of options of different products, different formulas. It is all natural. It's amazing. This stuff is fantastic. You guys can head over to healbrand.com, check them out, and there is an exclusive offer to all of our PTG listeners. If you use code PLAYTHEGAME at checkout, you'll get 10% off. This episode is brought to you by G2 Paintball. G2 Paintball is back, and you guys should be incredibly excited. If you are in the area in Arizona or anywhere on the West Coast, you want to make sure you do not miss this. Being in paintball shape is one of the most important things to being a top-level player. Not just a top-level pro, but a top-level player in any division. If you are trying to win tournaments, you want to be in the best physical condition possible. Paintball is so physically demanding. It requires so much of your physical ability, and G2 Paintball is designed to help you maximize that potential both on and off the field. G2 Paintball played a huge role in our World Cup win. It pays dividends to get out there and do these exercises, do these kinds of training. It is so difficult. It is very tough, but it is going to put you in position to win events, and that's what we're here to do. I teach this at all of my clinics. I always preach the importance of physical fitness in paintball ability. You can get all the way to the finals, but if you are only at 60% and a less talented, less skilled, less experienced team is at 90 or 100%, they are likely going to beat you. Do not let your physical ability be the reason you guys are not winning events. Get signed up for G2. If you guys are in the area, make sure you get active, get involved. It is owned and operated by Victor Gamboa and Rusty Glaze. You have players like Tyler Harmon, myself, Ryan Greenspan, all part of the entire G2 program. You guys can stay up to date with everything at g2paintball.com, and we hope to see you at an event very soon.
That was an insane inside move by Marcello Mantis. Great communication.
And the crowd starts chanting Harmon.
Great shot by all the guys. So Tyler Harmon saved that game.
He came out with 2 wins. Marcello Mantis was on fire.
What's going on, PTG fam? Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. This episode is a Marcello and Mantis episode. Tyler and I sit down and we talk about the NXL Chicago Open layout, how our practices have been going. We talk about some league news, and we have some very special guest callers. So you guys don't want to miss this one. Thank you guys for tuning in. Without further ado, we're going to hop in the show. All right, T Harm in the building. We got a Marcello and Mantis episode for everybody. How we doing, brother?
Doing great. How are you doing, bud?
Doing good, man. I'm excited. This has been, busy couple weeks for both of us. Obviously, getting prepared for these NXL events are always incredibly busy. We're pretty jam-packed, but it's nice to be able to hop back on the mic with you and sit down and talk some smack before we head out to Chicago.
That's it. Going heads up. We're both taking off tomorrow to head out to Chicago, and you're right, man. It has been a really busy couple weeks. It's been fun. I know you've been traveling. I've been traveling, getting ready for the event, playing the field layout, dialing in all the details like we talk about on the show, and coming correct when we show up to the tournament. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's been great. We went out to Dallas to Paintball Fit, which I had never been to before. So it was really cool to see that field. They're doing amazing things out there. Huge shout out to Paintball Fit. And then we just went to Blast Camp as well, which me and you were just at Blast Camp together, training the Blast Campers before they went to Astra, and they did really well out there. So it was good to see them. I'm really excited to watch Blast Camp flourish into the future. I think that they're going to be a powerful team, moving into the next few years here. I think that we could see them, if they play their cards right, be a pro team next year, Mm-hmm. They have a great organization, great chemistry. I listened to your interview with Maddie Marshall on Go Sports, and when you talk about belief, those guys got belief. They believe in each other. They believe in the process, and I really could see them doing some powerful things. So I'm excited to watch them, do their thing and hopefully get some dubs out here and then get into the pro circuit.
Yeah, man. Wow, there's a lot there that I want to touch on, actually. But as far as watching Blast Camp and being excited for them and the Hurricanes, I'm really excited to watch play at this next event. There's players on both those teams that I feel like are knocking at the door to go pro and deserve that spot. I mean, a lot of those players do. So I'm really curious to see how they do. I know with Blast Camp, they have to I think they have to win both the last events, if they want that pro spot. They definitely have to make the finals. So a lot on the line. Excited to see that. And it's actually really cool, dude. This platform that we've created has connected us with those semi-pro players a little bit more. I can't think of years past when I was, so intrigued to go and watch semi-pro games or even much of the divisional games. There's actually some divisional games that I'm for sure going to be watching as well, which is pretty cool. I love that we've been able to build that out and create these connections with the crew. And, we're kind of jumping ahead here, but there's going to be a big PTG crew out in Chicago.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool as well. I think a lot of them are going to be playing with their respective teams. And one of the homies that we met actually at Blast Camp. Spencer is organizing a big meetup for all the PTG supporters that are part of the Discord. So that's really cool. That's awesome.
I saw Spencer. He was out there at Blast Camp this weekend, and he actually donated an amazing gift, a Yoda band, through Hormesis, and we were able to give that away to the community. So huge shout out to Spencer for doing that for us, man. We have seriously the most amazing people in the world riding with us, listening to the shows, supporting us, and tuning in on the Discord, on the show, and everywhere in between through the social platforms. But it's been really special connecting with everybody. We can't thank you guys enough, everybody, for tuning in and supporting us on our mission to bring you guys, the new content, the new news, whatever's going on in the paintball landscape, and in the world in general. We're here as earthly inhabitants trying to just make a way in this paintball realm, but we're all in this together, and that's what the PTG family is all about. So it's been really cool to connect on that level with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, Ty. Couldn't have said it better myself. And the other thing I wanted to touch on, and it's really cool. You listened to that interview with Maddie. One of my favorite parts of that was when we did talk about
me?
belief.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
I'm tuning in. I'm
I
listening
hear
to
you.
what you're
Yeah,
doing.
of course, of course. It's interesting being in the other seat now. I
Yeah.
know you obviously went and did a show with Maddie as well. Listen to that. Fantastic job, of course. But it's just funny being in that other show. I feel like I used to get, even a little nervous for those Go Sports things. And now it's nothing. It's cake. It's super easy. We talked about belief, right? And that's a word that gets thrown around very often and probably gets glazed over and misunderstood. But the reality of what it means is so important, because that's how you see teams break up. That's how you see, a lot of negativity amongst organizations is once that belief is cracked, it's really hard to regain. Now you can regain it, right? But it makes it really difficult. And so like building the culture of a team, is so crucial from the absolute beginning of an organization. You have to define what the culture is going to be, and you have to stay committed to that. And if you get off track, you have to bring everyone back to that. Otherwise, you're going to lose players, and especially for the newer teams, the up and coming teams, if they don't want their players to get poached, if they don't want players to leave, it is so important to create an organization that everybody buys in and everybody believes, because that's how you not only win, but that's how you retain players. It's so important.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more, man. And it's up to each team. They need to create like a mission statement. When you join an organization or you're a part of a team, there is ideally a mission statement that is presented, and everyone has to buy into that. If you don't have players that are on board and working as diligently and hard as everybody else on the team, it's going to create animosity. It's going to create different types of energy that you just can't have in an organization in order to win. It's the only way that you can accomplish these big ass goals is by having legitimately every single entity of the organization on the same page, moving in the same pace, thinking the same way, and all being one, harmonic wave. That's essentially what paintball is you have to be, in tune to the highest degree with the dudes to the left and the right of you. So I advise any teams that do have trouble with that kind of stuff, you need to seriously have a mission statement, even write it out, like whatever you got to do. And this is what the team stands for. This is where we're headed. This is how we're going to do it. And this is how it's going to be done. If you can't sign on to that, then, good luck on your next team. But this is what we're here to do. So it's definitely one of the most important things that you can incorporate.
Yeah, that's powerful, dude. Exactly. The mission statement. Set your intention. Make
That's
sure
it.
everybody's very clear on what the intention of the team is, the organization, what is expected of the players. And if you're not in line with it, then that's fine. Find another team. But if you're down with that, then this is what we're about. Then let's
You're
go.
gonna win.
Yeah, you're probably gonna win. You're probably gonna win. It's so great. I've seen that with so many teams that I've coached. When you get players that buy in, that's what happens. You win. You do.
Magic.
You win. You go through the process, and a little bit of magic seems to happen. It seems like the team gets a whole lot luckier the more that you are on the same page.
Yeah. That's for
You start
damn
to get
sure.
a whole lot luckier.
Yeah. That's for
Man.
sure.
I love it. Totally agree, dude.
And
That
the interview that you guys did with Maddie was great. Dude, you guys touched on so many subjects, and it's just I love Maddie so much. I love everything that they're doing at Go Sports. I say this all the time. I can't believe still that I'm able to watch paintball on my phone and do all the things that I'm able to do in this modern day of paintball. Because for anybody listening out there, 10 years ago, it wasn't like that.
Mm-mm.
It was being at the field, watching from the sidelines, and making sure you had a list of all the games that we're going to play, and then and watching those games. So they're
We're
crushing
getting
it.
a little old. 10 years ago, we still had a webcast. We did
Yeah,
have a
that's true.
webcast. It was more like
Maybe
15.
15. Yeah, yeah. Damn, that's
There was no
crazy.
chance. You had to be at the field.
Yep,
Um,
yep. That's
yeah,
right.
no, you're definitely right, Ty.
Mhm.
It is. It's fantastic. I mean, it's so easy to go online and watch these games.
Yeah,
It's amazing. It's really amazing. Honestly, I think paintball's headed for really great things. I just do.
I agree.
We have all believed in the game for so long for a reason. I really try to take my bias out of it and compare it to other sports and other activities, and how I see the game make people feel and what it does for people. It's
Mhm.
special. It's a special game we have, and people are starting to realize it. People are starting to take notice. High profile individuals are playing and enjoying the game. So I really believe it's a matter of time, and having this stuff so easily available on the internet is just nothing but help.
Yeah.
So
It's paintball,
yeah,
baby. It's
I'm
the
pumped,
best in the
man. It's
world.
paint. Hell yeah, all love for
Let's
paintball,
go.
my dude.
That's it.
Yeah,
Hashtag it.
hashtag it, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
got Bear DeGidio text messaging me. Here we go. Dude, I have Bear and Moose on the hotline right now. They're hitting it hard.
oh, we need to get Moose on here, baby.
I know. Moose
Yeah,
baby.
that's
He's one of
funny.
my favorite all
That's funny.
times.
Bear.
Yeah.
Bear. He was a hit, by the way, on the show.
Huge
Yeah,
hit.
people loved him.
Yeah.
High energy. Yeah.
We're gonna have to get him on and give him a full
A whole
episode.
episode. Jesus. I
Yeah.
don't gotta prepare for that one. Gotta
I
really
know.
prepare. That's
Yeah.
tough.
He'll
Yeah.
come
I,
through
I think he's
swinging.
best. He's like modern day social media. He's best in, 30-second, 1 minute clips.
I think that
However,
I
he
think
can
we could do
go.
a
He
good
can
job.
go. He
Yeah.
can go. And
Mhm.
honestly, Bear's entertaining, and he actually does have a lot of knowledge of the game and the business side of things. He's been
Mhm.
around forever. He has, so he truly has a lot to offer. So
When you
um,
talk about fame, he's legitimately probably one of the most famous paintball players there is, just because he actually runs with like all the famous people and all, like
he's
he's in
got to be the
LA.
most famous paintball player there is.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, for sure, for
short
sure.
of Markey, I think Markey, is right there
Bears,
with
I
him.
mean,
But
the numbers, Bears got him beat by the numbers, but Marky's catching up. Marky's
oh,
definitely
Markey's
catching
hitting it
up. Yeah,
hard.
Marky's hitting it, dude.
Yeah.
Marky's been on point lately.
Oh yeah, he's crushing
Marky
it
motivates me, honestly. I love to
daily.
see everything he's doing. He's up at 4:30 in the morning at the gym, going through his
Yeah.
workout, hitting the sauna, going to work,
Yep.
dominating with HK, Meta Threads,
Mhm.
everything they're doing.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, those guys are just absolutely crushing it. I have a ton of respect for Jay, Brandon,
Yeah.
Josh. I mean, the whole crew. They really are doing a fantastic job. And what I love about what they're doing is it's not all paintball.
Mhm.
They also have, ventured into real estate and other aspects that just help build their wealth, right? Which is so intelligent. And it's something that we have preached for a long time, as far as like, chasing a professional paintball career. You have to treat it as a business. You have to learn how to invest your money. When we had
Mhm.
James Krause on the show, he was the UFC fighter. He was alluding to the same thing in the fight
Mhm.
game. You don't know if you're always going to have these paychecks. So you have to find ways to invest your money. It's the same thing in all sports. The athletes that can figure out how to invest their money and make their money work for them while they're getting it, those are the ones that do well in the long run. And the HK guys are just crushing.
Oh, slaughtering it. Major shout out to HK Army. Bear actually on a text message right here on my screen says, "I'm down to do the podcast right now." That's what he said.
We don't
I
have
was like,
time for that tonight, Bear.
I
Sorry,
know.
dude.
Hotline. Hotline. But we're
Hotline
definitely
bling.
look out for that. We're gonna try and wrangle that guy onto here soon.
Yeah, 100%. We got to get him
Yeah.
back on.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of, we're talking about Bear. We know how much he loves Dynasty, how much of a fan of Dynasty he always has been. Some pretty cool news. Dynasty bringing myself and Blake Yarber on board as
Yeah, dude.
part
Hey,
owners.
let me be the first to on PTG say congratulations, man, to you and Blake Yarber, man. That is so huge
Thank you,
that
Ty.
you guys are part owners of, I mean, unarguably one of the biggest paintball brands and names the world has ever seen. And I know that when you started out as a kid, you would have dreamed that this would have manifested into reality. And now it is a reality. You and Blake are part owners of Dynasty, which is pretty amazing, man.
Ty, one, thank you so much, my brother. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that.
So
But
rad.
two, Dude, I did not ever dream something like this, maybe dream playing for the team or something of that nature. But when I was a kid, becoming an owner of a team like Dynasty was not even close to on the radar. I can't say it was,
Of
like
course, yeah.
how do you even think of something like that as a kid? So the
Yeah.
way that has transpired and come to fruition is pretty special. And obviously, man, like losing you was a huge hit to our team. It was a huge hit to the organization, to the
Mhm.
heart, the soul of the organization. And I think there's a lot of realization there of like we need to do whatever we can to make sure that Dynasty is not the place that people want to leave, but the place that people want to stay. That's the
Mhm.
only way to make this team last and get back to top form and be able to be competitive. And if
Mhm.
if that's not what the team wants to do, then um, it's not an organization that a lot of top players are going to want to align themselves with. So the realization's there, and there's a lot of exciting things coming, which is really cool, man. I'm definitely glad that it's going in this direction.
Hell yeah, dude. You're part
Yeah.
owner of Dynasty. So that's insane, dude. And I'm sure
That's
you
pretty
guys got
tight.
some fun stuff cooking up. Can you drop
Yeah.
any hot coals on us? What do you got? Is there anything that you can like allude to or
Yeah, I can kind of allude to some stuff.
yeah,
We have a few ways, to give the fans a better way to connect with the team. And in
nice.
turn, it's going to hopefully give us the ability to have a better budget to work with and,
Mm,
get players on board and be able to compete with some of these other salaries and stuff. So, yeah, just really hopeful that everything pans out and goes in the direction that we want. I don't see why it won't. The
yeah.
ideas we've been tossing around, and they're definitely more than just the idea phase right now. Things are pretty set in motion. So very excited to be able to drop some real news, as soon as we
Yeah.
can.
I love that. Yeah, I know when you were talking with Maddie, you were talking about, the think tank essentially that is Dynasty and they are working hard. All the guys
Absolutely.
in Dynasty are, got their hands on the press. They're going for it and creating, and we need that in paintball. There's a small community that we're a part of, and we need everybody all hands on deck creating paintball content, creating paintball, just excitement. We want people to be excited about this sport, and I definitely see that going on within your guys' organization, and it's fun to watch from the outside.
Awesome, T. Yeah, man. I'm excited too. So, um, it's one of those things where you have such a legendary franchise that has done so much in the game. It would be a shame not to ramp things up and run it, all the way through. Like, why not? You look at organizations like the Lakers. They have
Mhm.
different eras where they go through greatness. It's not just one era where that team was the best. And
Yeah.
those are the legendary franchises, the ones that can do it through multiple eras, and with different groups of guys, different players,
Mhm.
and that's what Dynasty wants to build. And I mean, it's in the name, right? Like, they've
Yeah.
manifested that from the very beginning. So it's on us to build that too. It's definitely on us now to carry that torch and do right by the guys and make them proud because Yosh was the last owner that was brought in, and that was back in 2003. They have not extended anything like this for a long, long time. So it's a huge honor, huge honor.
Damn. So what's going on with Blake? He's got to be over the moon too.
Yeah, Yarver's stoked, man. And Yarver's just such an amazing dude. He's one of my favorite people in the world. Obviously, how
I
awesome Blake
vouch.
is.
I
So yeah.
vouch. Yeah.
Yeah. So Blake's thrilled and he's been a fantastic leader. I think he's always had that in him. He just has always taken a little quieter of a role on the team. And lately he's been much more of an outspoken leader and been more vocal in that regard. And it's just great, dude. It really is. It's awesome. So
Yeah.
couldn't be happier, like sitting back and thinking, okay, if I do this, I accept this. Blake's one of the people that I'm going to be partnered with for till the end of time, and
Mhm.
can't turn that down. Get to watch him
Hell
fall
no.
asleep, drinking
Yeah.
milkshakes and all that kind of stuff.
Blake is one of the best dudes in the world. So happy for both of you guys, and wish you guys a bunch of success on your journey, and just excited, dude, to watch you guys flourish, man. It's amazing.
Thank you, T. Appreciate that, brother. And who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe
Oh,
one
I
day.
don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Let's talk about event prep mentality.
Yeah.
I really wanted to touch on that. I think that's a very important part of the game, right? Obviously, we all know about event prep and how important it is to go through the physical motions, go to practice, go through the drills, the fundamentals, go through all of that kind of stuff to prepare yourself for the game and to learn the
Mm-hmm.
layout. But what I would argue is the even more important part is how you prepare yourself mentally to go into these matches, or to go into the tournament, I should say. From when you leave your house, what kind of headspace you get in. You're a great example because right now at home you are a father, a husband. You've got a lot going on. Where
Mm-hmm.
we have the podcast, we have business. We have to kind of compartmentalize and turn into another entity to head into these events, right?
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you want to touch on that?
Yeah. I mean, event prep mentality is everything. You have to be completely centered in your intention, like we talked about. We talked about intention. You have to set that intention weeks ahead of time. It can't just be something you flip on when you hop on the plane and head over somewhere. Um, and I mean, I'm going to be pretty straightforward. It's a pretty, for as lighthearted and like I have a post-it right here, right next to me. It says, be a sun. That's what my post-it says right here. Be a sun, be a source of light, be an eminent energy in this world. When I step into a paintball field, I don't know if I'm a sun or if I'm an exploding nucleus of like raging fire, or maybe I am a sun in that regard, but it turns into a completely different energy. And that energy is set, like I said, weeks ahead of time. Even weeks before I go to my first practice. I've set my intention, well over a month before a tournament of how I'm going to approach the next 30 to 45 days of my life, leading into a tournament. So it really is everything, man. You've got to flip the switch in your mind and dedicate yourself to the craft. You got to really care about the process. We talk about this. It's not just words. It's not fluff. It's not air. We're bleeding out here. We're breathing hard. We're sweating. We're laying it all out there. We're doing the extra things. We're doing the reading. We're doing the video. We're looking at everything, trying to be the most aware paintball player that we possibly can be, so that when I
Mm.
step out onto that pro circuit field, I don't have many variables that are left up to chance. I've looked at everything twice and tried to double check everything and make sure that, that I'm set in the way that I'm going to approach the tournament. So it's really huge, dude. And going into tournaments, you got to have the mentality, not just with yourself, but with every individual on the team. And when we talk about that belief, I have to really believe that you've been working your fucking ass off. I really got to believe that. And because it's going to show, it's going to show itself at some point, whether it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it's going to show. And that's why it's so important that we all work together really hard and put all the effort that we can in, so that when we're out there on those Sunday afternoons, we can try to capture those big moments that we talk about,
Whew.
Yeah.
Use that as a sound bite.
Let's go.
Damn. Motivational speaker T Harm in the building.
Yeah.
I
Let's
gotta
run it.
go. Actually, I gotta go get another workout in. I'll be back. Have somebody fill in. Get Bear on the line. I'll be
Bear, he's
back.
coming down. We
No,
got Bear on the line.
I mean, Ty, could not have said that better myself. It
Mhm.
does start well ahead of the event. Um,
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks out, you know what you're preparing for. You set the intention, you set your
Mhm.
process, you lay everything out. You're not surprised by anything. You know what you're going to do.
Mhm.
And then
I
the
feed off
layout
you too.
drops.
Like even though we're not on the same teams anymore, we're still best friends, and
Of course,
we follow each other's story closely.
of course.
And same with like, Marky, I feed off of his energy too. And there's a lot of energies in paintball that if you attach yourself to, PTG being one of them, shout out. We're here to boost this culture to the moon. That's where we're headed. We're going to do shows from the moon.
Oh,
And
I can't
paintball
wait, dude.
paintball is going to be, around for a long time, and we're just here to hopefully, usher in this new generation, a powerhouse generation that's going to take this to levels that we couldn't have imagined through, social media and all these other platforms that are coming into the space.
Yeah, absolutely, Ty. Um, One little piece of advice that is a little more of a simple answer
Hmm.
to that than yours, and I think it's something that people and players can start to implement right away. Make sure you have everything that you need to get done for the week that you're going to be gone. Have it done before you leave for that tournament. As soon as you go to the airport, as soon as you hop on that plane, your mind needs to be 100% paintball. Tune
So
everything
true.
out. If you have loved ones at home, family, let them know. Set the intention with them. They should be on your side. They should give you this space to work with. They should be supportive of you in this, right? You need to be 100% focused. If it's business, whatever it is, try to get as much as you can out of the way so it's not going to distract you while you're at the tournament. When you're at that tournament, it is all 100% you and your team, everything that you need to be doing to accomplish your team's mission statement, which should be to win that event. Watching teams, hydrating, going over film, talking game plans, keeping your mind on the game. So those variables that Tyler's talking about, there's less of them that are going to come up and surprise you because you're constantly being mentally focused. You're thinking about all of the possibilities, and communicating with your team, all the different situations and possibilities. Don't be surprised out there. And the best way to do that is just find a way to set yourself up so the week that you're going to be gone, you don't have to deal with any outside stuff. And I understand sometimes that's not always possible, but do whatever you can to put yourself in the best position to be all focused on the event while you're at the event.
Yeah, and embrace the Martian. If something pops up, already know how you're going to approach those situations too, because that's the nature of life, right? You try to predict life, but it's unpredictable. It's just it throws
100%.
curveballs left and right. So
100%.
embrace embrace the Martian. What I mean by that is embrace the schlep, embrace the BS, embrace the unknown, the things that you didn't expect. Embrace that because you're going to waste energy if you don't. You're going to waste energy if you don't embrace it. It'll throw you out of spin. It'll do things to your game, to your mentality. If you don't already approach, like you said, Marcello, going into the tournament, having a clean slate, and applying yourself 1,000,000,000% to the process, all the details like you were talking about. But also prior to going to that event, it's nice to think that, yeah, nothing's going to come up, but embrace the shit that does come up and embrace it all, man, because you're going to have to move through that. That's life. That's business. That's sports. That's everything. So I always say, embrace the Martian, have fun with the, whatever comes up and just keep moving and having fun.
That's it, man. That's all you can do.
That's it.
Embrace everything that comes at you, find a way through it, enjoy
Yep.
the process,
Mhm.
kick some ass along the way.
Kick some ass.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited for this one, man. It's going to be a fun tournament. The layout is bonkers. It's kind of crazy. They parted the sea on this one.
Mhm.
Where it's like two different fields almost. You have nothing up the middle, and then it's, snake side, Dorito side with the big split up the middle. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was a really crazy layout. I love it. I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
Both sides were enjoyable. I definitely like the Dorito side a little bit more. Just really
hmm
gunfight dominant,
Yeah.
hopefully get to play some points over there. But it's a fun layout. There's opportunity on both sides of the field. And so the first weekend we practiced impact
Well,
and
knowing you, you'll
uprising.
be everywhere, because you're going to fill holes and be all over the place.
Quite possibly. I hope so. I enjoy that role. I really enjoy
Yeah.
being able to fill everywhere. It gets um I don't want to say it gets boring playing the same position every point, but it's definitely more exciting, and I feel like it's easier to get into flow state when you are in different spots,
hmm
and you're just more in tune with the entire game. I feel, um, but we did get to play against Aftermath and Uprising weekend one, so we got two really good looks. Aftermath is not afraid to throw things at you. You're gonna get a really good read by them. They
hmm
are a great sparring partner. We love practicing them.
They've been
There's
looking good.
never any BS. Dude, they've been looking great, man. I'm a
Yeah.
huge Aftermath fan, of course. Like what Mike
Yep.
has done with that team, it's not a surprise.
hmm
I'm just so glad that he came back and did it,
I
so that
know.
they weren't where they were last season and in the season before. But
Major shout out to Hinge. He's the
yeah,
man.
major.
Yep.
Absolutely. He wants
And
to come
we're
back on
both
the show too.
oh,
We got
hell
to get
yeah.
him on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
Love
we're
shooting the
both
shit with shit.
Aftermath alumni, so
Absolutely.
we've seen, I mean, I've seen it since the inception and all the way into present day. So it's amazing to see that the Hinge Master is back at the helm and getting the troops ready for war. Love it.
Yeah, totally. And like I said, they look good. So they look really good. And then Uprising actually also played us really well. Hyper aggressive, shot
Hmm.
very well on the break. Um, it was kind of a, they kind of slapped us around Sunday morning. We weren't ready for what they were throwing at us. So I'm curious to see how they do. They have not performed, you know, to their standards, I guess. We had James
Yeah.
Creek on the show before
Yeah,
the
that's
season
right.
started, and I honestly thought that they were going to be, in a much different position. I thought they were going to be way more competitive than they have been so far. I believe they
Hmm.
thought so as well. I know they had Zoom meetings. The team was training a ton. Everything seemed to be going in a good direction for that team, and they haven't had much turnover. So I
Yeah.
thought we were going to see more of them. Who knows why we haven't? But I think this event they are probably going to have a decent event. At least they did in
Yep.
practice, so we'll see how that translates. And then last weekend we played Impact and DMG. So there's obviously you get championship pedigree playing against Impact. You
Hmm.
get to watch some of the best in the game and learn from them. We had a great weekend with them. DMG also always a solid sparring partner. So yeah, man, we've had a ton of looks, ton of different teams. It's always good when you can have a ton of different looks from different styles. Like setting up
Of
who
course.
you practice against is an art in itself, right? You
Yeah.
want certain styles and certain things that teams are going to do and show you so that you don't get again surprised, so that you are
Hmm.
aware of more of the variables, heading into the event. So I feel good. I feel really prepared. I feel like we've seen a ton of it.
That's what it's all about right there. Major shout out to Did It Hurt Paintball. Go follow him
Yeah,
on
Paul
Instagram.
baby.
Yep, at Did It Hurt Paintball. He's from the DMG camp, and always love hanging out with that guy when we go out to Sacramento to Capital Edge Paintball Park. Yeah, it sounds like a good little regiment that you had going on there, man. And there was some madness that went on with Spicky, right? Poor
Yeah,
Spicka's
there
bag
there there
got stolen.
was. There was. Dude, those guys are crazy. They're
Oh
crazy.
man,
I don't think I would have
they
rolled
got the
up like
bag
this.
back though.
They
So
got the bag back. Yeah. Not
Uh,
not, totally my story to tell. I think they did talk about it on the Spick and Span show. So if you guys want, you can head over to the Spick and Span show and get the full details. But
yeah.
essentially, we landed in Sacramento and Kyle texted me and was like, "Hey, what time did you get in?" And I had landed hours after him. He
Mhm.
was like, "Did you see my bag by chance down there?" I was like, "No, dude, I didn't." Okay,
That's
whatever. And
crazy.
so
So from the airport, it got
yeah,
jacked.
from the carousel. So
Oh, man.
what happened, I guess, is when he landed, he had to wait for one of his teammates. I forget if it was Little B or someone else was flying in. And instead of going straight to the carousel, he got some food first, and
Yeah.
then went to the carousel, and his bag
Oh,
wasn't there.
damn.
So he went and filed the report, and they said that the bag had arrived. It wasn't lost; it had arrived. It was put on the carousel, so somebody must have stolen it.
Mhm.
Um, so he's bumming about it, right? I mean, you've got your gun in there, you have all your stuff. Like that would be a huge
Headgear.
bummer.
The
Headgear.
headgear.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, exactly. A ton of stuff.
the
And
guns can be replaced.
big shout out to Tiger Wear too. They did hook me up with a
Yeah.
cool little neck thing.
There we
Um,
go.
I love to see the homies, with their
Yeah.
brand and doing things. I like it. I enjoy it.
Mhm.
But yeah, anyway, so he gets to the field on Friday. We were doing a drill day, and he has no gear. Again, just bumming. He's like, okay, trying to piece things together. Saturday morning, they roll up to the field, and he's like, dude, I found my gun. I found my gear. So this guy posted his Impact CS2 on OfferUp, and some kid from the field messaged Kyle and was like, "Hey, I thought you guys weren't selling these new Impact CS2s yet." Kyle's
Oh,
like,
boy.
"Well, what do you mean?" Yeah. He's like, your gun's up for sale on OfferUp. He's like, "No
Jeesh.
way." So this kid totally hooks Kyle up. I think Kyle ended up hooking him up for this,
Yeah.
but Kyle messages the thief. He's like, "Hey, I want to buy this gun." So they go through this whole thing, set up for Kyle to buy this gun. They meet in a McDonald's parking lot. Kyle drove one car, and then the rest of the Impact team drove another car behind him. So Kyle rolled up, not looking suspicious. It's just him. Gets out of the car. The dude gets out of the car. I guess it was like him and his girlfriend, and then the rest of Impact rolls up in this other car and like parks right in front of the dude's car, so he can't peel out. And they all get out and are like, "You're giving us the stuff back. You're doing this. You're doing that. Blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah."
Dang.
Get the
Yep.
gear back. I don't think Kyle got all of his gear back, but he got his gun back. It was pretty gangster.
Sheesh.
And
That's a
the
wild
thief went
story,
down.
dude.
The thief went down. Yeah. And again,
Oh my
I don't
god.
know what all details they shared on Spick and Span show, but you guys should go head over there and check it out because I think they probably got a little juicier.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy, dude, just crazy to have your gear bag stolen and then get your stuff back.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
That
awesome.
is
So shout out
insane.
to the kid that hooked him up and was on the lookout for him.
Yeah, that's paintball love right there, man.
100% paintball love.
Wow.
You kidding me?
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Had
dude.
his back 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Um, all right. So some
I guess
more.
I'll talk about my weekends in I
Yeah,
went to
yeah, yeah,
Texas
yeah.
and Chicago. So weekend one, we went out to Paintball Fit in Dallas and we played against AC Diesel and then AC Dallas.
How
And
did Diesel look?
Diesel looked good. They looked solid. They were shooting evil premium pink staining paint the whole weekend. So it was
Oh,
I was
Jesus.
pink literally. I was still pink in Chicago when I was in Chicago this last weekend from like almost 2 weeks ago.
Why you
Um,
getting shot so much, bro?
yeah, it's paintball. When you run through and you do stuff, it happens. You got to be on the front lines. But yeah, it's fun out there, man. Paintball Fit is doing a great job. We had PTG fam in the building out there. It's so good to see
Hell yeah.
everybody supporting all over the country, and we got to get in a lot of reps. We played nonstop points against Diesel and Dallas. The Diesel guys are looking really good. Dallas is looking good as well, looking stronger than I've seen them in the past, and I think that they could have a chance to make that Sunday and give it a run. You just gotta clock in and get it done. Essentially that's what it comes down to. We can talk all this theory and have all these ideas and different ways of contemplating things, but you got to just go out there and get it done. You got to be a better gunfighter. You got to make smarter moves. You got to connect with your teammates. You got to just get it done, and that's all there is to it. So if they can, flip that switch and start making those decisions together, I think that they could have a chance to do some pretty cool stuff. And thank you so much once again to Paintball Fit for the hospitality. They
Place
had
is amazing.
snacks. They had snacks on deck, dude. They were, they're
Mhm.
like, yeah, just come on in, whatever you want. So I was snacking it up and playing a lot of paintball, having fun. They got coolers with popsicles. We're having popsicles at the practice. Is just a whole great vibe, great weekend. And then we went out to Chicago this last weekend, and all of the guys are still in Chicago as I sit here with you. I had to come home for a couple days, take care of the kids, and then I'm rolling back out there tomorrow to head out and meet up with everybody and get into practice. But it was great going to Blast Camp, getting to see Verge and the whole Blast Camp
Yeah.
family. And they're doing amazing things out there. The airsoft community is popping out at Blast Camp. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it was unreal. All of the special ops looking dudes out there running around with the dope guns. And Blast Camp has one of the coolest paintball parks you could ever play out. It's like an old abandoned kind of like blast camp. Essentially it's like an old military style base that they would use, and there's like actual nuclear bunkers there and a bunch of crazy stuff that you can get into. And we played against the Blast Camp dudes, and then we also played against Infamous was looking good. They honestly didn't play as long as I would have liked them to play. They cut out like around one or so each day, maybe
Hmm.
one or two. And they looked good though. They had
We
what's
did
up?
that on Sunday. I felt really bad. We played a lot of points on Saturday, and on Sunday I think we stopped playing at like 12:30. It just we had gotten a really good look, and everybody,
Yeah.
knock on wood, was healthy. We were like, you know
Hmm.
what? It's time. It's
Yeah.
time. It's
Don't
time.
chance
Last
it.
event was a disaster for us. So we had
Yeah.
we had 4.5 healthy players, right?
Yeah.
Arturo played with a broken hand.
I know, man.
Like
And you guys actually,
crazy.
I saw Grayson at Blast Camp. So I was like, what are you doing here?
Yep. We had to let Grayson go, unfortunately. He needs to develop a little bit more, and
Hmm.
I think the decision was before uh, he continues to stay with us and racks up more points. Give him a chance so that he can go and continue to gain experience in another
Yeah.
team. So, yeah,
I
it just
love his
didn't work with us.
dedication, man.
Yeah, he's been dedicated for sure. He's been at this for a long time, but also not that long of a time. So
Yeah.
patience. I see
Hmm.
a lot of these these young kids, they don't understand why they don't have it as fast as maybe you did, right? Or even maybe myself or Mouse, because
Mhm.
we were so young when it happened for us. But it was just it was a different time. Rosters were bigger. It was a different time for sure.
Yeah,
Um, a lot of these players just need to understand patience. Just keep working, be patient,
totally.
and if you are, on the right track and doing the right things, it's going to happen. It will eventually happen as long as you maintain the course. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it
yep.
was fun out there in Chicago. Like I said, Infamous looked great. They had Sewers running around the Dorito side, Thomas obviously doing Thomas Tings down the Snake side,
Thomas
and
Tings.
and bunkering people. The middle is very dynamic on this field, so we're going to see a lot of really dynamic middle play. Obviously, expecting to see players like Greenspan and dynamic players making moves into those bricks, making moves down the tape side, on the Snake side. And also the Dorito side is very powerful, man. Because
Mhm.
of the way that they split this field in half, essentially, it plays almost like there's two different fields going on. You can't see much from the Snake side to the Dorito side or vice versa. So as long as you play what's in front of you really well, like you were talking about, kind of gunfighter's alley, and then have awareness, of course, of what's going on in the middle of the field, there's a lot of opportunity to make moves everywhere. The Dorito side is very powerful. The Snake side, obviously, you have a snake that goes the entire length of the field, is going to be a very powerful snake. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be I think, high scoring games. I think it's going to be a pretty quick field out here.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that, Ty. I'm excited to see how it does end up playing. I'm excited to see the playing surface. Chicago is usually a great event. The grass
Oh,
out there is
man.
phenomenal. So I'm excited to run around on the nice
Yeah.
plush Chicago grass. Um,
Yeah.
Hopefully the weather can maintain. It doesn't
It
get
looks
too hot
good.
and too humid. Yeah, does it though?
It does. It looks good. We're
You
looking
looked
good.
at Chicago, huh? You didn't look at where the event actually is.
Well, bring it on. I got my bucket hat. I'm ready.
Okay, all right.
I'm
Hold on,
always
hold
ready.
on, hold on a second. No, there's not gonna be any rain. It's just gonna be
Okay.
hot and humid. But yeah,
There we
no
go.
rain. Thank
I'm
goodness.
from the desert,
Thank
boy.
goodness. Oak forest. Yeah, it's a different kind of heat, boy.
Yeah,
Different
I
kind of
know.
heat.
Yeah, I am heat.
Um,
I am heat. So I'm ready for it. We're ready.
shit, shit. Yeah, we're gonna have a smooth 90 on Sunday. 90 degrees.
There we go.
Cool.
Get it
Let's
cranking. Turn
go.
it up, God.
Turn
Turn it
it
up.
up. Turn it up. Turn it up. No, but
Let's
I'm
go.
excited. I'm really excited to get out to again. Chicago's usually the best playing surfaces, so I'm very excited
Hell
for that.
yeah.
And I guess while we're like kind of touching on that, pairs
Yeah.
with the NXL, Dave Cheney is the man.
Yes, he
Just
is.
so amazing. I guess after our show with Damien and with Tom, Dave reached out to Tom Cole of the NXL and is trying to um, work with them in a non-paid role to lead corporate sponsorships, which is
Wait,
huge.
hold
I mean,
on.
this is what he does for a living. He is a big dog
Wow.
at New Balance, and has worked with companies like Under Armour and Red Bull, and
Yeah.
just loves paintball. Blue Ridge Paintball Club. That's
Yeah.
his
Major
paintball
shout out.
company. Yeah, major shout out. Everybody, please PTG fam. If you
Yes.
guys care about paintball and the movement,
Hmm.
go to Instagram and type in Blue Ridge Paintball Club, and
Follow.
give them a follow, please.
Yep.
It's amazing what Dave's doing to help grow the sport, and it truly is just because he loves the game. So
And we
that's
love him.
awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
we love
Dave.
him, dude. We love him, and Tom as well. Tom was incredibly stoked at the
Yeah.
response that we got from the show, and I know he wants to use PTG as a platform to release, certain special news and things like that, which is a huge honor for us. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
amazing. It's a really really special thing. And yeah, so pretty
So
cool
what does
things
this
right
mean?
there.
Yeah, what is kind of elaborate on that? What do you think can manifest out of that?
Well, I think PTG will be the place to go to get the news.
Yeah,
What do
but
you
with
mean?
the corporate stuff
Oh
with
man.
Dave.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, if anybody can go to a major company and get them interested in
Hmm.
putting their logos on the bunkers on the pro field, or having, again, like a Red Bull stand at the event, getting outside interest, I mean, it's got to be Dave. It's got to
Yeah.
be Dave Cheney. He has all the experience in that field. It's what he does. So,
Hmm.
it could be huge. It really
Yeah.
could be. And I don't want to put too much weight on his
That's such
shoulders
a
with it
great
either.
collaboration. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's something he's doing in his spare time. Again, it would be a non-paid role. It's, total charity for him, something that he wants to do out of the goodness of his heart because he loves the game of paintball. So that's special, man. It's really cool. And who knows what it could lead to, who knows? So very exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, support the people who support paintball, everybody. Blue Ridge Paintball Club. Give them a follow right now. Pull up that phone and hit that follow button on there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man.
And then
Uh,
while we're kind of going over the
mhm.
layout and how it plays, essentially, we might as well plug BKI and show
Exactly.
some.
Yes, I was going to
Yeah.
hop in there 100%
Okay.
because we have on BKI, I actually did a full breakdown with Nick Sloviak.
Yeah.
The first one is free to the public, so you could head over to bkipaintball.com. You could check out the first look, which is before we actually spent any time on the field. And then the second one is behind the subscription paywall. But it's great content. It's amazing stuff. So we have an entire playbook that each of the BKI professors we each submit one play, right? And it's in detail, uh, very well thought out, easy to read, easy to understand. You could take that playbook and use it in Chicago if you want. Ty, your play's in there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my play's in there too. I should have studied yours a little bit more. I didn't study yours yet.
Yeah. I looked at
But
all your guys' I've been studying.
we have all of our plays in there. We have a full breakdown that was done on the Guns Up app. So it's really cool. It's really intuitive. We get to go through like the 3D level and talk about all the different shots, all the different bounce shots. And my goodness, there's a ton of bounce shots on this field, by the way. I mean,
Hmm.
a ton.
Yes, there
So,
is.
if you guys would like, you can sign up. You could use code MM33 or TH12. We are actually working on getting a PTG code. That's a little down the line.
Yeah,
But you guys can get in there, and if you guys want to cancel after the month, that's fine. You'll get charged one time and get to absorb all the content. If you're going to Chicago, it makes sense, right? So,
absolutely.
um, yeah, really good information on the BKI website about the Chicago event, the field, how it's being played. We went into detail. Again, the breakdown that we did was about an hour long. So,
Mhm.
yeah, really good stuff.
Lots of details. If you
Lots of
can,
details.
definitely dive in. We talk about the process. We go over that entire process in BKI and really give you guys the tools to success and how you can, start to formulate those ideas that we think about and how we, navigate the field out there, which is, it takes years and years and years of practice and weekends of spending money on paint and time and travel, or you can tune in and listen to PTG, listen to BKI and these different outlets that'll really give you a huge scoop and an advantage on your opponents out there.
Yeah, 100%.
Hmm.
Ty, do you mind if I plug a little something that I've been working with?
Do it.
Yeah, dude, only because I'm really stoked about this company. I've been eating their food for about 2.5 weeks now.
There we
Haven't
go.
really posted much about it. Um, but it's been a godsend. We got shout out to young Stevie in the Discord. He tried it
Yep.
too. I remember months back he was talking to me about, like meal prep and stuff like that. And if I knew any good companies. And, I
Wait,
had
it's
one
it's mule prep?
meal prep.
Okay. All right, not
Uh,
mules. All right.
not meals.
Perfect. Okay.
Yep, those ones. Not like a Moscow mule. You could probably
Yeah.
prep those. Ask Fedorov about that.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah, oh yeah. This company Eat to Evolve. So their website is
Nice.
eat2evolve.com. The really cool thing about them is one, the food's never frozen. It's cheap and they ship anywhere in the US. That was always an issue for me with those um meal plan type things. You had to
Mhm.
find one that was in your area. And then honestly, it always kind of tasted a little bit like meal prep. And then my buddy here in San Diego has a company, but all of his stuff is like luxury dining. So it wasn't what I was looking for, like
Yeah.
his stuff was like um really
Fillets.
indulgent,
Yeah.
delicious, but just
Mhm.
not what I was looking for, just too rich. Uh, this stuff is all like meal prep stuff. They have this Caribbean jerk chicken that I've been having. Dude, it's unbelievable. It
There we
tastes like you
go.
went to the Caribbean, ordered some bomb ass food at this little, shack, ate
Yeah.
half of it, put the other half in the refrigerator for the night, and then heat it up the next morning. Like it's so good. It is so good. And so if you guys would like to check that out, you get 20% off the first order if you use code MM33.
Nice.
If you're into it, if you need it, I know for the show, it's crucial because we do a lot of these shows. We'll start at 6 p.m. and we don't get done until about 9 p.m. by 9 p.m., any sort of like good
Starving.
quality food is yeah, we're starving and like places are closed. So having these have been just a total godsend for those kind of nights where I can just heat one up while I'm, finishing the editing and getting the show up.
Yeah.
It's been amazing throughout the whole process. So if you guys
I
would
love
like,
that.
again, it's eat2evolve.com. Check it out. They have a great website with a ton of different stuff. See if it's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some
They don't
delicious
pay
food.
me. By the way, they don't pay me or anything like that. I will be paying for, my food. It's just a company that I'm stoked on, and I shared it with Steve and he was stoked on it. So pretty sweet.
That's rad. Yeah, support. And hey, I'm gonna throw a shout out too. Shout out to Garden of Life. They've been hooking me up. They
Yeah.
actually had my kids in their
I
magazine, the
saw that. Dude, that was
fitness
sick.
magazine. Yeah, with like Kelly Slater was on the cover of that one, and he's working with Garden of Life as well. And it's just amazing, dude. I don't know how I stumbled upon this, but um, major shout out to Oceana and the Garden of Life family for taking such great care of me and my kids. I mean, I would legitimately be spending like $300 a month on vitamins and gummies and all this nutrient stuff if it wasn't for them. So I am eternally grateful for everything that they're doing for me as well. I don't have a code, but just go to Garden of Life and support Garden of Life because they're doing amazing things for myself and my family over here. So really
Hell yeah,
appreciative
dude.
of them.
Yeah, that was really, really cool to see. To see the boys in
Yeah.
that magazine. That's amazing. That's
I
so
was
cool,
like the
dude.
subtopic. I
So
was
cool.
not the
Yeah.
main topic, you know?
It
It
was the
was
Max and Theo show for show.
Yeah, it
100%.
was like Max and Theo Harmon, and then right
Yeah.
below it, it's like, what am I? The brand ambassador's sons, Tyler Harmon, brand ambassador's sons, Max and Theo. But it was cool. They're super hyped on it, and they're holding their little gummies, and they're in
Mhm,
the
mhm.
magazine, and it's actually they're gonna be a hard copy that's coming out here shortly, so they're gonna send that over, and the boys will have that forever. They're in the Garden of Life magazine.
I love it. I truly love it.
I know, I
Um,
love them.
Ty, we got one last topic, and then we have some phone calls from the topic, which is our Discord, the
Yep.
PTG world.
Yes, sir.
Um,
PTG World, and we got some questions too. The questions on the Discord.
okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Discord because I think a lot of the
Hmm.
listeners might not even know what our Discord is, what we have in there, what's going on, the different
Yeah.
tiers, the GOAT community that we've been building. You've got the GOAT hat on right now.
Yes, sir.
You referred to Did It Hurt Paintball, Paul, earlier. He's one of our goats, just an amazing member in there. The community we've been building is so awesome.
Yeah.
They're doing such cool things. I mean, we have a fantasy football league in there.
Yep.
They're putting a GOAT 10-man team together for World Cup, which is
Yeah.
super cool.
We're
Are you
gonna have a
kidding
goat
me?
squad.
A GOAT squad, and you know what? Like truly, these people are the greatest of all time.
They
Like
are.
truly, truly, I love the community that we have been building. We are always in here communicating with them back and forth and just hanging out, and it's great, man. Because I feel like we're like building friendships with people that are part of the
Truly.
fabric of what we do. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
in the end, it's a great way to support the show as well.
Yeah.
It's all run through our Patreon, and so we're highly appreciative of it. And it's something that helps us do all of this, like this microphone and the microphone that you've got, the
Yep.
audio
Everything.
interface. We are doing whatever we can to make this show as good as possible, and we can't do it without you guys. Period. So the PTG community has been just absolutely dynamite in showing their support and being part of the community.
It's been one of the most rewarding experiences of my entire paintball career is this Discord chat room and the Patreon
Hell
community,
yeah.
the PTG family. This is something that, we've only just begun. It's been, a little over a year, and the Discord even less than that, um,
Yeah,
and
just a
it's
couple
just
months with the Discord.
yeah, and it's just been the greatest experience being able to have genuine conversations with paintball community members. And like Marcello was saying, we have the PTG players chat. We have a gear talk thread where everyone is talking about gear and asking questions about, hey, how do I fix this? Where do you get this? What do I do here? And PB Media, we have a whole media page with media moguls. We got Verb Hall in the media page. We got Cassidy, who's going to be jumping in. Cassidy's actually going to come on the show here shortly. And we're just so
Shout out to All
excited.
In Media. We got
All
Sam in
in.
there as well.
Yep. Shout out to All In Media. We have a beautiful community of people that are just, like we said, for the love of the game, for the culture of paintball. It's all going down in the Discord. We have paintball news. We got the goat chat. That's where the goats hang out. When you become a goat member, you get your own chat room with just the goats. And also, you like the hat that I'm wearing, only goats can get this hat. Like, it's not for just anyone. You have to, in order to get the goat merch, you got to be a goat. So we're really pumping
Big
them up and
facts.
boosting them. And we have, we got a bunch of fun stuff. We got the fantasy football, which is popping off right now. People are going at it in there. It's been pretty fun.
Did you win week 1?
Hell no.
Dude, I'm so pissed. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams combined for 13 points. Aaron Rodgers had 3 points. You got to be kidding me. If I would have picked any other quarterback, if I would have had any other quarterback in the league, I would have won. It's just complete baloney.
Do you know what? Moose, Josh Minkowski, Moose was at that Packers game, and he's like the biggest Packers fan ever. And it's been like his dream to go and see a Packers game. And then that happened.
Max Payne.
I was like, oh man. But he still, Moosey lives large, and he had a fun time. But it was fun to watch his story out there, having fun with the cheeseheads out there.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, PTG World. It's an amazing community.
Dude, I forgot to bring this up. We have the pro player hangout as well, where everyone who comes on the show, we bring them in there, and the community members are all able to hang out with the pro players and the guests that we bring onto the show. We have a whole segment where you can ask the guests questions. So when you become a part of the Discord chat, you can get into this thread where you can ask us the questions and we answer them for you live on the air. So you get to really have like a genuine connection with the people that you're listening to on the show, which has been really cool.
Dude, and even cooler, you get to be on the show. Speaking of, we are calling one of the GOAT members right now.
Let's go.
Let's get Connor in here.
Let's GOAT.
Let's get him in here.
Connor.
Let's
the
see.
OG. He got the OG tag at our last GOAT meeting.
No, that's Cameron.
Oh, that was Cameron. That's right.
Yep.
So
all
just
right.
for
One second. Connor, you there? Uh-oh. We having some difficulties?
So
there we go.
Connor.
We got him. You're live on PTG.
There we go, man. How you guys doing?
There we go. We got him.
Doing good.
Connor. Yep, we are live. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. How about you guys? Good to be on the call.
Yeah.
Chilling. You're live, bro. You're live to thousands right now. We're excited to have you on the show. Thank you so much for stopping by. Shout out to the GOATs. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. It's a pleasure being out here supporting the fam.
Of course, dude. It was great to see you out at Capital Edge this weekend, grinding, putting in work. How was the rest of your weekend?
It was pretty good. I just had a good, amazing practice. Pushed myself pretty hard. And then we'll see what Seeple will have to offer me. For the final tournament.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, that event is the weekend after Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, yeah, we definitely wish you some luck out there. But anyway, you're calling into the show. Heard you have some questions. What do you got for us?
So I was actually talking to my one of my teammates, and they were thinking about, and he plays 3, and he was asking me what position he should be going to support for our squad. So he usually starts out in the back center on the Chicago, obviously on the Chicago layout, and he just wanted to ask me what other bunkers or what position should I be going to in order to support whatever push that we're doing, whether if it's a Dorito or a snake push. I just wanted to see if you guys can get some feedback from that.
Yeah, there's a lot of if this then that, right? And if he's starting as the 3 in the back center, likely both sides already have their support player, right? So it might be most fitting for that player to choose a side to go up the center on. If it's the snake side, you get into that big brick and you can watch that highway move. You can shoot down on people's packs as they're crawling down the field. If it's the Dorito side, you can get up into the tower and the wedge and look over the Dorito players that way. If you're trying to filter out, because maybe in your play, one of the twos on either side is already up the center, say the two on the Dorito side's up the center, getting out to that corner, especially if the other team's not in the corner, is really dominant. You can see down that whole tape. You can talk to your guys. You can give your Dorito player a ton of information. And actually, that snake corner is not a bad spot. It's a pretty sneaky little spot with a lot of shots. So you can get out to that snake corner and start rapping on, you can kind of stand up back there actually and shoot into the snake side you can shoot into a lot of those bunkers over there to give your snake player some support and be ready to go on the attack from that position as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, you nailed it there, Marsh. There's so many options for that 3 to be a great teammate. And that's essentially what it's all about is, getting yourself into position to be the best teammate you can be, support your players, and not be having a huge gap in between you guys. As the 3, you want to stay at least a bunker, maximum 2 behind them. That way you can connect and have good communication and also be able to read your players' play style and just be able to be a great support system for them with information and laying down suppressive fire to help them make moves up the field. So it's just, finding those opportunities to get up the field and be a good teammate, really.
For sure, man. Thank you guys for the information. For real, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
of course,
absolutely,
dude.
man.
Was
we
that all you got
appreciate
there?
you.
I also have another question as well.
Fire it off, baby.
So in certain situations where, because I play the 1, right? I play the 1 on the snake side. It's super push my 2 to really match the pace. Is there any way for feedback from you guys to where?
Connor, you're breaking up quite a bit, buddy.
Yeah. Legitimately didn't get the question.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
we can hear you now.
So playing a 1 on the snake, and how is there a way that I can improve the game for my 2 to either catch up with me, since my 2 is a little bit older, but he still has the same speed? How can I improve on how to slow the game down in that situation?
Ty, you want to take this one?
So you're the 1 and you're trying to slow the game down for your 2, but I don't know that that's going to work on this field. This particular layout is pretty crash 'em bash 'em. You definitely have to be pushing the envelope a little bit. I think this snake, whenever you have a snake that goes down the entire length of the field, you've got to respect that. So as the 1, I think that your biggest thing that you can do is do a good job of clearing out at least 1 to 2 guys, whether you get a good shot in the middle or take down 1 or 2 guys down the wire, but you need to at least be walking off with 1 of the opponents, hopefully 2. That way you'll leave your 2 in good position to gunfight. The 2 is probably going to need to be somewhere in the snake with you as well, or set up in a temple or in the brick next to you. But just having good connection and not being disconnected with your communication is going to be huge. So setting your guys up positionally to have good awareness and be able to communicate well to each other is going to be really important. Depending on how you set it up, there's a multitude of ways that you can run this snake side and the middle and the Dorito side even, but it's just it's making sure you guys are set up for success with communication.
For sure, man. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's huge.
Thank you.
Great response there. Connor, man, are you going to be in Chicago?
Well, I was actually going to head out to Chicago and support the team.
Connor,
but what happened was I had some family issues coming in, so unfortunately I have to miss out. But I'm definitely going to make cup for sure.
Awesome, dude. Well, we will see you at World Cup. Good luck at your event, CEPL up north.
Connor, sending a bunch of love to your family, dude. Hope everything's okay, man, and sending tons of love and prayer to you guys out there for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys both, man. Hey.
You're breaking up a little bit, but we appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on the show, dude.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Connor. Peace.
Hey, thank you guys, man. Hey, goats for life.
Goats for life,
Hey,
baby.
let's
Bye.
go. Bye. Goat fam.
All right. Dude, Connor's a really cool kid. Got to talk a bit with him last weekend. Excited to have him as part of the PTG crew.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
That's what it's all about. And then, also we hop in, we have our own like goat voice chat that we do on the Discord as well, where, just randomly during the week, Marcello and myself will hop in and just chat with everybody, see how everyone's doing, tap in with the community. And it's really, I said it before, but it's just such a genuine connection. We got another one?
We got another one. We got the last goat for the night. I did tell Jordan he could call in as well. Jordan, how's it going, man? You're on the air.
Let's go. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, man. We're doing great. We're just sitting here finishing up a nice little show. We just had Connor from the goat community. Yeah, exactly, man. What's happening?
Oh, man. I'm just actually on my way right now to go to cutting off the truck, actually. But I'm trying to go to Korean barbecue with Warpath right now.
Oh, nice. Send Warpath my love. Yeah, major shout out to those guys.
I will. Yeah, we all decided to go, and we haven't hung out in a little while. So
awesome. Is
no
Ninja
longer the team?
Is Ninja going?
I don't think so. I'll find out. I'll send a picture at the case.
Those guys are fantastic. You got a question for us?
Yeah. So I haven't. So have you guys talked about where you guys are specifically playing on the layout? You and Tyler?
A little bit.
Yeah.
So I want to see if you guys both know where you guys are going to go off break.
Yeah, I'll be everywhere.
What bunker?
Everywhere.
Yeah. No, I mean
everywhere.
Yeah.
Big side, Dorito side.
Yep. Yeah.
Both sides.
I mean, yeah, literally, like legitimately, I'm no BS. You can definitely expect us to be all over the place. I know, Marcello is one of the best off the break shooters that there is, so I'm sure he'll be making some good shots off the break. I'm trying to hit people off the break sometimes too, and then sometimes I'm trying to make some moves and dance out there. But it's a really fun field. I know that you've played it as well. It's an exciting one, and we're stoked to get out there and get after it.
Yeah, I wish I could play. Like, I wish I could go out there and play because I love that type of layout where they have like each place has their own center or 50 center, I should say. It's like each one has a brick, each one has wedges. So those fields I just love to play. I'm like, damn it, I wish I could play.
You work, dude. Talk about.
I can't wait to watch you play. Sure.
Oh, well, thank you, man. Talk about work ethic. We see you at the paintball field during the week, on the weekends,
grinding.
Yeah, you putting it in and clocking in, man. And that's what it takes. That's what it takes to be great, no matter what you do. And you could tell that you're really hungry to be great.
I'm
so that's
sleeping with squirrels. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm sleeping on the turf. I'm just hanging out, drinking the water off the bunkers, whatever I got to do to stay just grinding. So yeah, no, I appreciate you guys noticing that. I'm just trying to be like you guys one day.
Hey, you're on your way.
Awesome, man. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to do that. You got to put in the work, whatever it takes. If you got to clean bunkers, help set up a field, whatever it takes so that you can have an opportunity to play on a field whenever you want. That is so crucial, man. And you're on the right path with doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, like last weekend, I potted for Ironman just so I could maybe have a chance to just watch them play, just whatever I can do to help out to where I get some knowledge is more the merrier.
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to have the whole PTG army is going to be out at the NXL. So we're going to look forward to hopefully seeing you at some of the NXL events, and we'll all link up out at the events. That's the cool thing about the Discord. We have a whole coalition of people that are, forming alliances and friendships, and it's been amazing to watch.
Hell yeah, I can't wait. I'll be definitely at World Cup, so for sure we'll see each other then.
All right. We can't wait.
Awesome, Jordan. We'll see you at Cup. Oh, we'll see you
All right, you
before
guys
then
take
for
care.
sure. I'll see you out at Victory Paintball.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, we'll see each other
Hey,
before then, and
you
I'll see Harmon too.
Yep.
you need a rematch with Cam, one of our other goats, for one of the coins. He took your
Dude,
coin.
so, yeah, like he played great, and like I'm a one-on-one like organic kind of guy.
Oh,
Like we had like
excuses.
I need to write in my contract next time that there'll be no cameras at different angles, and no, I definitely I crushed under the pressure for sure. But no, honestly, he played great. He played really well.
Yeah.
He was doing really well for that.
No, Cam's the man.
For sure.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
great
no, we
part
definitely have
about.
a rematch. He keeps asking me, but I can't go to certain fields from other players. Don't want to see me there anymore. So
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, we leave the drama out of PTG land. You know, we really try to, 'cause that's a bummer about paintball sometimes is, if you move on from a team, or if like a player goes to another field, everyone gets so upset about it. That's so silly,
Yeah.
just enjoy playing the game. If people
That's it.
want to move on or find a better situation for themselves, so be it. It's really strange how uptight we get over that kind of stuff.
Just keep having fun, man, and
keep
keep
having
doing
fun,
your
dude.
thing. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's why I love playing paintball. So I'll just keep playing it and
Hell yeah.
hanging out with people that do be fun.
Awesome, Jordan.
We're right there with you.
See you soon, brother.
Yeah, it was good though. It was good seeing you guys on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably losing you guys. You take care.
Yeah,
But,
dude,
it was great seeing all you guys play.
Awesome, brother. Yeah, we're losing you a little bit too, but we'll talk to you very soon. All right, we'll see you in the Discord.
Later, bro.
Sounds good. Take care, guys.
Peace. Bye. Shout out to the goats.
Nice. Okay, so learning lesson. We need to make sure that our goats know they need to be somewhere where they have service, not driving through a tunnel.
Yeah, definitely.
In all with all fairness, I did tell Jordan he was going to come on like 30 minutes ago, so he was waiting. Man, that's awesome, man. I love having those guys on. That's just super cool.
I mean, it means everything to us. We are all about the culture of paintball and building this thing up and having fun like we've been talking about.
Yeah.
And the Discord chat has been cracking off. People are having a lot of fun, and there's just a lot of fun content going on in there, which is really cool to see.
Totally. And I want to give, hopefully he didn't abandon the show, but major shout out to Chris Stone from England, who did all of our YouTube thumbnails all the way up until show 100.
Yeah.
So amazing that he helped us out that entire way and did such an amazing job. If you guys have noticed, we kind of upgraded the YouTube thumbnails, changed them around a little bit. I don't even know if it's upgraded. I just learned how to use an editing app, right? So I've been trying to do a little more design and try to get my feet wet. And I feel like, this way I don't have to always bug him and say, oh, and I was always so last minute too. I felt so bad. I knew it'd be like in the middle of the night for him when I would send him what guest we were going to have.
Yeah.
So we decided to just bring it in-house and do it here. But PTG just wants to give a huge thank you to Chris for hooking us up and helping us along the way for so long. He's truly the man.
Where's that clapper
for
thing
that.
you got? Thank you, Chris, for everything that you've been doing for us, man. There we go.
There we go.
Yep, PTG World.
Awesome.
Thank you for allowing us to have clapping capability on here. That's all you guys.
Serious.
Thank you.
All right, T. I do gotta get going, so let's get through these questions. And I know we got some questions from the Discord.
Yep. So we got.
And then I gotta finish packing, and I have a 6 a.m. flight.
I know, dude. We're crunching here. With the teams you guys have been practicing, who's someone we should have on our radar to look out for? I would definitely say, I think Diesel is going to have a good tournament. I would definitely be on the lookout for them.
Yeah, they're in our bracket for sure. So I know we'll be watching them.
Yeah.
I got to say Uprising, again, I like what I saw from them. But like you said, Ty, it's about showing up and putting up. So you have to make it work when that, first horn blows and the game starts Friday morning, Friday afternoon, whenever your match is. So if they can continue what they were showing us in practice, then I think they'll do pretty well.
So I'm just gonna kind of roll through these here,
Sweet.
and then we'll just keep taking them down. All right, what was the atmosphere like at Blast Camp? Them coming off their Astra win, and I guess he's directing this
Your Dust Bowl win.
The Dust Bowl win. Are they the next team to move to pro? Both of your opinions? I think yes. I think that if they can Like I said, you gotta get it done. They got to go and do well at these next couple events. I hope to see him out there because they're playing really well and they got the belief and they're a great team. So I hope to see him on the pro field soon.
Yeah, I agree. I think they could. I'm also looking at the Hurricanes too, so
Yeah,
it's going to be a little bit of a battle between those two teams, I think.
for sure. All right. This is for Marcello. With being a part owner of Dynasty now, what does your role consist of on the day to day? Also, for both of us, um, I see your merch on the HK page. How much freedom does Mr. H give us on our designs? Any new apparel coming out? So I guess we'll just start with your question first.
Yeah, my day-to-day role hasn't changed too much. I'm a little more involved now, obviously, with like Yosh, Alex, Ryan, Blake, in conversations about what we're going to be doing in the future for the team as a team, and all of the ideas that we're talking about earlier on the show. Get to bug Ryan and make fun of him a little bit more, so that's always fun. That's good. That's a good time. But yeah, no, nothing too much has changed other than that, just being more involved, having everything a little more inclusive. So
Cool. And then for the HK merch, yeah, we have a lot of, I mean, pretty much whatever we want to create, we can make happen with the HK
yeah,
guys.
totally.
Super grateful for everything that they do for us. And I do actually have some new stuff that'll be dropping in, I don't know if it'll be out by Cup. It might be in the beginning of next season, but just like, a Heat Tiger style types thing that we're going to pop off with for the new SIG line coming into next year.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
Right on.
yeah, so shout out to Mr. H, shout out to HK Army. For Marcello and Yarbs, now that you guys are part owners of Dynasty, does that go hand in hand with Field One or are they separate?
They are completely separate. So it does not, one does not have anything to do with the other, even though it's a little ancestral. You got some owners that are owners of both. But as for Blake and I, we do not own any part of Field One Paintball. Dynasty Paintball Club LLC and Field One Paintball are two separate entities.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. OJ, who just became a GOAT.
Yeah, shout
Thank
out.
you, OJ, for everything. He was wondering, what is your off the field preparation like on days leading up to events? We kind of went over that a little bit,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
working out and doing all that kind of stuff, getting the mind right. During an event practice, what do you use to fuel your body? It's always hard for him to eat anything while he plays. But as he's gotten older, he can't go a whole day without having any calories. Obviously, the Garden of Life is what I'm munching on out there. What about you, Marsh? What are you consuming?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on when our matches are. If we're the morning bracket, I usually don't really eat anything until after our games, and then I load up on a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff. We go to Whole Foods, and I'm getting some kind of protein, whether it's chicken, steak, whatever, rice, vegetables. I like to have salads that have a lot of really leafy greens, some olive oil, balsamic,
Mm-hmm.
nuts. Like to snack on almonds, cashews, walnuts,
Yeah.
pistachios. It's a really good source of energy. Um, Sometimes I'll get uh they have like all sorts of different gummies that have high calories, a lot of sugar, maybe some caffeine or something that's like decent to take throughout the day, just to kind of reload the sugar
Mm-hmm.
that you lose by running around on the paintball field. If I'm in the afternoon bracket, then I'm probably gonna have a light breakfast in the morning, some fruit and some eggs, something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Water is most important.
Yeah, definitely. And you got to be hydrating days before the event. Not, you can't just start drinking the night before and be like, all right,
Mhm.
let's go do this. You got to be having that water consumption on point, as Marcello, for all of our YouTubers, is chugging water right here. Between matches is another question OJ had. How do you decompress and prepare for the next match? Typically, it's just, watching another team that's going to play. You're probably going to play into one of those teams. So making sure that you got optics on what those teams are doing, getting that nutrients right, drinking a lot of water, like Marcello said, and just making sure that you're prepared for what's coming in the future. You got to make sure that you know what those teams are going to be doing that you're going to possibly play into. So studying a lot. And he said Twizzlers or Red Vines. What are you choosing?
I mean, are you a serial killer or what? Obviously, red vines.
Okay, there we go. Red
I
Vines
mean,
in the
right?
house. I mean, I honestly I like both. I think
I mean,
Twizzlers are
okay, I'm not gonna lie that I do kind of like Twizzlers,
yeah,
but
Twizzlers are
red
dope.
vines. You got to
Yeah.
choose red vines over Twizzlers.
I would have to agree. Red vines are a more classic licorice,
I
but the
always thought you could
Twizzler.
be a serial killer though too.
Oh yeah, you watch out. Better watch out. What is the best at home drill you can recommend for improving your one ball? Check out the mirror. Make sure your elbow isn't sticking out. You know, everybody leaves their elbows hanging out every time they snap shoot. People think they suck at gunfighting. No, you just have your elbow leading and then they know exactly where you're coming from. So make sure that your elbow's dialed in.
Yeah, hard to see where your paint's gonna go when you pull the trigger in your house, unless you're shooting at your
Yeah.
walls, right?
Yeah.
But have your gun in your hand. You know,
Uh-huh.
play with it. You know, go back and forth, switch hands, snap shoot, go through the motions, and it'll just make you more comfortable with your equipment, which will help for sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much, OJ, for all the questions. Those are great.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
And we did answer Chris Young. We answered the question about, the play style during the matches and which side of the field, how they're going to play. Shadow was wondering, if you were a superhero, who would you most resemble in the comic universe? Who are you going with?
I think the Hulk, because I freak out when I get mad.
Shout out to the Hulk.
Like baby Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Superhero comic
Hulk.
universe. Dang, this is a good one.
I did play for a team called Hulk as well.
Damn.
Hulk smash, baby.
Hulk
Ukrainian
smash.
team.
I really like the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm going with him.
Hell yeah. He's
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah. So that's it. Those are all the questions. Thank you so much, PTG fam, for everything. Thank you all out there for all the support. We love you and appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And you guys are what make our world go round. And we're just here to keep having fun, playing paintball, and booming out these shows for everybody out there. So thank you guys and girls.
Absolutely. Absolutely, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you guys see us in Chicago, please come say what up, show some PTG love. And
Yeah.
we look forward to seeing you soon.
Oh, before I let you go, I figured out
Yep.
when paintball started. June 27th, 1981. That was from the Rocky show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Tight.
So,
June 27th.
1981. That was the
Wow.
day that it all started for us.
Dude, I feel like that's Shane Pistana's birthday. Not 1981, but June 27th.
That would be fitting. That would be fitting.
Now, it's around there. Yeah, it's in that area, I think. Pretty sure.
Oh, remember, everybody, if you're at the event at NXL, they have a pro spectator viewing area for free now on one side of the field. So go
Great call,
check
Ty.
out Pro Paintball, and we can't wait to see you all at NXL Chicago.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Peace.
Peace. Have a good one.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We're heading out to Chicago. If you guys are going to be there, please come say hello to both Tyler and myself. The PTG family will be there to show out. If you guys want to get involved, head over to ptgpaintball.com, click the Patreon link, and sign up so you can get access to our Discord. And we got a lot of really cool stuff going on in there. I cannot stress it enough. You guys already know. You guys have seen. We are building and we are growing thanks to you guys. So, all right, PTG World, PTG fam, thanks you. And we will see you, as always, very soon.